we don't know how many lives were changed and how many lives were saved last night just by hearing that message. I was just so impressed with his message, not only his delivery, not only how he kept every age group in the crowd engaged, but the message itself. He was vulnerable, he was honest, he was real, he was raw. You felt like you were right there with him. And I think the other part that I just really appreciated was how he related to everyone. He made sure that he didn't alienate one group of people or another. He said, this is what fills me up, but that may not be what fills you up. I really appreciated how he really instilled in each and every person how valuable everyone is, how everyone's life is worth it, how much purpose they are here on this earth for. And I think that's a message that we all can forget. And during tough times, that's even easier to forget. So hearing that message, I really wish that this could just be, everybody could see it. I just wish it could just be something that everybody could see.
Last thing I want to say is I mean it when I say I love you. I love you guys. I believe it. Ray Peck, dream come true. Peace, y'all. Let's go. We did it, baby.
What is up? Welcome to the Underwater Fly Zone podcast. Excited to be back. We got Foster, and of course, we've got the special guest. I'm going to let Foster introduce him. They've got much more of a history than I do. So
we got an absolute legend in the building today, guys. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, actually, but I got to tell you guys what this man means to me, bro. He got me, well, I guess it was a little voted on and whatnot, but he got me my trophy. Check it out. Boom. Thanks to Chris Madden.
Yeah.
Tell the people who you are, bro.
So my name is Chris Madden. I'm the executive director of Lead Someone Cares, where we believe in prevention through possibilities. What that looks like and sounds like, we are the Drug and Violence Prevention Coalition for teens and young adults. And we do whatever we can, partner with whoever we can to make sure that risky behaviors don't happen in our areas. And so Foster's kind of like underselling this. So every year...
Hey, talking to the mic. Tell him.
Yeah. So for the past 24, 25 years... we do like a citywide Oscars version of Character Awards. So anyone that's done something positive in the community, citywide area, they're voted on by the community. So I remember that year when I first heard about Foster, like it was so many votes, it wasn't even close. So like it was like 95 people that put Foster in there, like Foster. It was like, who is this person? Like everyone else, you might get like 15 to 20 split, maybe 10.
Yeah.
You'll get 80 to 90 entries for Foster. So it was a unanimous vote that, yeah, we got to get him an award. So like every year, the mayor gets there. We got like city officials come there now. But it's really just a way to give back to the community, tell people like doing something positive may not get the recognition that you want, but we're at least going to take one day out the year to say, this is what it's about, people being nice to each other, and let's celebrate you in a very minute way. So, yeah, it's every third Thursday early in the morning. Doors open up at 6 o'clock in the morning in January.
Yep.
Which means my staff is there around like 4:30, 5:30 in the morning in January. Rain, sleet, or snow, which has happened before.
You and the mailman.
Actually, me and Rotary members. So, like, we talk about that like the least of Illuminati.
Like we were talking about it last week.
Yeah. So, like, they're there cracking down because historically it used to like the event used to start like at 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Like doors used to open up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I negotiated it down to like, okay, can we at least do like doors open at 6:30? We start the breakfast at 7:30.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I was going to be able, I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah, so like, but now it's a great event. 600 people show up on that Thursday. We're going to have a lot of great people there, and it's all about doing positive character. So that's one of our things that we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and some of y'all may know we've already done a podcast before. You might have heard the intro to this and thought, I know this guy. We've heard this just about a couple months ago. So if you haven't heard that episode, go check that one out. That was more of an interview styled. these days with Spencer being the host now
We can
of
just
these
chill
weekly
and talk.
episodes, it's a more chill type episode. I do want to give you a little interview today about your thoughts on downtown days and whatnot, but we'll save that till later. I don't know how much you can say.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, because me and
you
Chris are
got-
going to bring it back,
you
man.
go-
I'm telling you, man.
We going to do what we can.
We're going to do what we can. That's
Yeah.
what
So
Yeah.
before we get into the fun stuff,
Yeah.
we're going to start with some fun stuff.
There we
There
go.
you go.
What we've been
There we
doing
go.
is every week we've been playing some sort of a game.
Okay.
Just lighthearted. I gotta ask, do you enjoy food? Are you
Absolutely.
What if he said no? No, I hate to eat.
I still would have done it.
Yeah. Okay.
What we're gonna do a draft. We're all
Okay.
gonna draft I'm gonna say a 5-part meal. I won't say 5-course.
Mm-hmm.
We are all gonna draft an appetizer,
Okay.
a side,
Mm-hmm.
a main,
Mm-hmm.
a drink,
Okay.
and a dessert.
Okay.
And you are gonna build the best 5-part meal that you
Oh,
can
that's gonna be difficult.
in that order.
So are we building like if we're going on a date or just for us?
This is for you.
Okay,
but
good.
as like an evening.
Okay, it's evening.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
okay,
because if it's
okay.
on a date, you got to go a whole different route.
And I
Oh,
gotta
most
say,
definitely.
you and me are fighting for first because this dude's gonna draft water and then celery.
yeah,
and then-
he's
It's crazy.
He's
And
like
it-
92 pounds soaking wet. So it's
it's probably gonna be healthy, but it's not gonna
carrots,
be good.
Salad,
Yeah.
water, filtered water.
Y'all got
Voss.
to chill on me, man. I have been in the gym for 2 weeks straight now, man. I'm getting up to 100.
I'm trying to follow your leads because the last video I was like, oh man, I look like I'm 500 pounds. So I've been working on my fitness so I can at least get down
I grew the
to.
beard out so you can't tell that there's no jawline.
I wore a bigger shirt so it wouldn't be as big.
All I wear is oversized
There
now.
you- oversized.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
right there
learning.
with you.
I put them on, man. I'm not even wearing my own brand today.
you go.
Shout out Made in the South, though. You know. Anyways, let's get into this.
So I'll start since I had a little bit of time to think. Give you guys a second. I'm gonna start with my appetizer, and we're all gonna go in the same order.
Okay, bet.
Appetizer, side, main, drink, dessert.
Okay.
My appetizer, far and away, I'm gonna draft mozzarella sticks. I love mozzarella sticks, but as an appetizer, I think they're you can share them. I can keep them to myself. Whatever. I love a good mozzarella stick, no matter what. That is my 101 by far.
Okay, I see your mozzarella sticks. I'm gonna raise you toasted ravioli.
That's with beef or cheese
Either or.
filling, because that is a debate that I have with my family. I'm a cheese and a toasted ravioli person, but a lot of people are beef. So I didn't know which side of the fence you fell on.
Either ors. I got exposed to that when I was doing my internship in St. Louis. Yeah, so you get your toasted ravioli from Imo's. Yeah.
That's the best
There
place
you-
to get it from.
there
My
you
mom's
go.
from St. Louis. She put me on
Oh,
the
so
toasted
you already
ravioli.
know. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Now you really from St. Louis or like
She's from St.
she's
Louis.
from St. Louis?
I'm from around here, but we have family
So I was
there.
about to say North County, St. Louis, or
But I get the emos.
there you go.
I'm a
okay.
big fan.
So have you ever eaten in St. Paul?
I have not.
Oh, so
I'm going there this weekend, so
there you go.
I'll ask him about
Astro
it.
St. Paul.
Okay.
Extra pickles. Grape soda. There you go.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
All right. Now for this pick.
We're
What's
making friends out here. Y'all seeing this? They just met, man. Come on. This is awesome. Okay, so my first round pick for the appetizer, right?
Uh-huh.
This is out of left field. I'm about to smoke both of y'all.
Okay.
These are the
Got it.
loaded barbecue fries from Smoke Brewing Company in downtown Lee Summit. If you haven't had them,
Okay.
You put me on those.
Yeah.
They are delicious. The only other time that we have interacted where I stood there while you guys talked, you got that for us to eat.
Yes,
They
we
were
did.
really
I haven't
good.
tried those
They
yet.
were.
They are great.
They
Hey,
were
I'm
really
gonna give a
good.
shout out to Smoke Barbecue. I used to
Okay.
work
Smoke
there.
barbecue. I'm coming your way.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. I used to
very
work
good.
there, man. I was the server. I wasn't very good though. I didn't last there very long. But when I was there, every night it seemed like someone would order loaded barbecue fries and then they'd send them back, which I'm glad they would because then I got to eat them.
There you
So
go.
it became my favorite
the old
thing. You know
waiting
what I'm
trick.
saying?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. When I worked at Chili's, all the dead food went straight to me.
Oh, exactly, man. They're fire. I'm not gonna lie. When I go there, that's my meal.
Okay.
Because they are pretty big.
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
this is gonna have to be me and all three of us sitting down for the meal. But
Okay.
that's my pick.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna snake draft, so it's gonna go stay
Okay.
on you.
Oh,
You're now
okay.
drafting a side.
A side.
So it's coming out. It's with your main.
Okay.
So you kind of got to think ahead of what you might get with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
main,
yeah.
but a side.
I'm going with the pulled pork nachos from Jack Stack Barbecue. I could be specific like this, right?
Absolutely. This
Okay.
is what I like.
Okay,
That's what-
cool.
yeah.
Shout out Jack Stack Barbecue. It is the pulled pork mac and cheese. It's the best thing ever. Whenever I go out with my parents and they're paying, I'm getting it. When I'm paying, I don't get it. I don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a little upcharge, but
That's
this
what
is
my
for the
that's
draft.
what my wife gets as her meal.
I'm just
She'll get the
saying,
pulled pork
guys,
mac
my
and
team
cheese.
is stacked right now, guys.
It's a better start than I thought we
This
were
is
gonna have out of
Cinderella
a kid.
story type. Anyways, next.
So I'm gonna go with the fries from Q39
Ooh, that's a good
That's a
pick.
solid-
with the
that's
spicy ketchup. Yeah.
Hey, Q39 fries or Joe's fries? I mean, obviously you're saying
Q39.
Q39.
Q39, yeah.
Sounds
For
like
obvious reason, I'm gonna say Q39, but yeah, I'll do it. Regardless, yeah, Q39 fries. Yeah.
yeah, Q39 coming to Lee Summit.
Yeah,
Let's get
the
it.
opening day is August 1st, so it'll be this Saturday as we're recording. Yeah.
And we're doing I say we. Y'all are doing a little fundraising event on Saturday is what I heard yesterday.
Yeah, we got a great partnership with Q39. They love our mission, and so this whole weekend they're taking care of us. So like if you go to their soft launch Thursday or Friday, you get to make a decision if you want to send a percentage towards Lee Summit Cares, and then for the ribbon cutting, the whole event, all the funds from the tickets go towards our scholarship. So one of our founders is called Robbie Little. Unfortunately, she just passed away. She's like a foundation of Lee Summit Cares. So we're gonna name our scholarship fund after Robbie Little, and Q39 heard the mission. And so all the funds that we're gonna do is go towards programming or the scholarship or the scholarships for our teams. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna hit up Q39.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways,
Oh, I'm
Spencer.
gonna beat you on the meal, and I'm sticking with Q39. So I'm already gonna show you I got Big Joker.
Okay.
So from my side, this is one. I don't know if you guys ever been there. Have you ever been to Sicky's Burger Garage
No.
in Overland Park?
I have not.
So it's a burger joint,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like 50 different burgers. It's
Okay.
crazy. But I'm drafting aside from there. Their tater tots are the best tater tots I've ever had because you get seasoning on that or the fries from there. And there's one, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's basically like an all-purpose seasoning. So good. The best tater tots I've ever had. I love potato, like all the different forms of potatoes.
Yeah.
Tater tots or mashed potatoes are number one. And I would go with the tater tots from Sicky's. This is going to lose me the draft because it's a very niche restaurant.
Yes.
But it is so good.
Yeah.
It is delicious. And then to pair it, my main, I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. The mac and cheese burger has fried mac and cheese.
I still got you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, explain.
It's got fried mac and cheese
Fried mac and
on
cheese.
the burger, and it's so good.
That
Again,
sounds pretty fire.
I'm a big. It's pairing mac and cheese with the burger, so I was going for a 2-for-1 there. Again, a niche one that not a lot of people have, but I'm picking a meal that I like. That's where I'm going. Mac and cheese burger from Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. I got your mac and cheese burger. I'm going to raise you from Q39 the Southwest brisket sandwich.
That does sound pretty
That
good.
does sound
This
fire.
thing, I'm
The
getting hungry.
award-winning Southwest brisket sandwich.
He added
Oh,
award
yeah.
winning.
Award-winning. They got a
Award-winning.
trophy for this.
Okay.
They ran out of the supplies. They had to bring it back. So, toasted bun, toasted with butter, garlic butter. Then you have their famous award-winning brisket. Then you do their Southwest sauce. They do their special slaw. They have the jalapenos on there. They have their special cheese on there. Melted butter.
I can't say I think any of my picks have won an award. I can't.
No,
I
mine
can't
definitely
say.
haven't.
Listen,
I can't say that.
I play to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
I play to win.
Well, he just drafted LeBron James in the
Yeah.
third round, man.
There we go.
I'm going with the Z-Man from Joe's. I just feel like it's a classic, like Kansas
That's a
City
good pick.
staple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been to Q39 yet. Crazy
Oh.
enough,
yeah.
Lived in Kansas City my whole life. I've been Joe's, and Jack Stack's been like our family's tradition. My dad has celiac, so we just
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
Jack Stack. So, anyways, Q39. I'm sure that what he was saying was fire. I just haven't had it yet, so I gotta go with Z-Man from Joe's.
Okay.
And that's a classic. I know people enjoy that pick. I feel like everybody knows the Z-Man,
That's
right?
not
Yeah.
a bad. That's not
Yeah.
a bad grab.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't
Anyways.
win an award.
No,
but-
it might
Same.
have though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe at some point.
So now, what's your drink of choice, Mister? You've only drank water and milk.
Right.
Fun fact about me, if you don't know, and you don't have to believe me, but Spencer's known me my whole life. He could attest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have drank water, milk, and chocolate milk since
his
I was
life.
4. Don't forget, when I was 4 years old, I drank Sprite. I had a stomach ache. Grandma gave me Sprite. That's the one exception.
And he didn't
though.
like it.
I'm not
Of
gonna lie.
course.
I did. I think I might have liked it.
You have always
just
told
never
me
had
that
it.
she made you drink it and you didn't like it.
I mean, I must have not liked it enough, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't remember what it tastes like. But anyways, drink for me, we're going water.
Of course.
What else am I gonna say?
Filtered, Fiji, smart water.
Nah, just whatever they bring out, whatever restaurant.
Okay.
We'll do Jack Stack water.
Jack Stack,
Jack Stack-
fantastic.
Jack Stack
Actually,
water.
really good water. That is a really good pick.
I'm still in
for
it,
all the
baby.
waters.
Let's go.
I'll see your Jack Stack water, and I'll raise you Sweet tea with cherry grenadine, orange slice.
Where
even
from?
know what
Or
that
it
is.
doesn't
Anywhere.
matter.
Oh,
It's
Okay.
the best at Q39, but anywhere who does it right. It's got to look
Yeah.
kind of like reddish brown. That way I know it's right.
So I'm gonna go also generic. I'm going Dr. Pepper. I feel like as a soda, it just fits with like whatever I'm going with, and it gives me. It's a little bit of caffeine where like it doesn't hurt anything, but it gives me a little bit of energy. Then for my dessert, I'm going leaving the restaurant I'm at. I'm going to Andy's and I'm getting a milkshake from Andy's frozen custard. Through all of college, we went there probably 4 or 5 times a week to Andy's. And I love when I go to a restaurant and I get a meal with people, we then leave somewhere to go for dessert 'cause it feels like stolen time. It's like this meal's supposed to be done and we got extra time. So I like leaving a place, and Andy's milkshake always hit. So I go Andy's frozen custard milkshake.
Okay. Andy's frozen custard milkshake.
You ever had it? You ever had Andy's?
No.
I'm going there
so
tonight.
Andy's is so good.
I'm going. Caitlin's moving away. This is her last night with us, so we're going there tonight.
Love Andy's.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna raise you and go to your restaurant. I'm gonna go Cheesecake Factory, tiramisu cheesecake.
I thought about it. I couldn't decide on a cheesecake because there are so many good
I don't
ones.
even know
There's
it.
so many from there.
Tiramisu cheesecake or the New York style cheesecake.
The New York style is my wife's second favorite.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna raise you and go to the salad. I'm kidding. I just love it every time he's like, "I'm gonna raise you." It's
He
like,
has raised me 3 times.
There you
This-
go.
hey, we got a winner is picked by the viewers in the comments,
the
right?
comments
You got
in
to
chat.
comment,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I don't know. This is a Hail Mary for me. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Mooyah. Do you know what Mooyah is?
No.
I
Okay,
do not.
all my Bearcats, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's a restaurant. It's out there. It's very limited. I think it's out of business. I don't know. It's gone from Northwest. It was there. It's now a Buffalo Wild Wings, a B-Dubs. But they used to have a Mooyah, and their just standard chocolate chip shake. Like, it was so good. I would always get these things from college where you get $50 in Mooyah. Dude, I would go there like every night when I'd have those $50. I'd go back to back to back. Now, I don't do stuff like that. Y'all know me. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
But when I was in college, bro, Mooyah was the best. It's gone. Their burgers were fire too, but that dessert though, it was so good. Y'all don't know Mooyah. Most people probably
I
don't.
cannot say
No,
I know.
sorry.
But if there's a Mooyah out there, let me know, because to my knowledge, they gone, man.
Yeah.
They're extinct. So, but it was fire.
Okay,
I'm
so
telling you.
let's recap all of our meals. Let
Okay.
people know. So I
Oh,
went
goodness, I gotta
went
go back.
mozzarella stick appetizer. I went Sicky's Burger Garage tater tots as a side. Went Cheesecake Factory mac and cheese burger as my main. Went Dr. Pepper as my drink, and then went Andy's frozen custard milkshake as my dessert.
Okay. I went toasted raviolis from Emo's. I went the fries from Q39.
Yep.
I went the Southwest brisket sandwich from Q39.
Award winning.
Award winning. The sweet tea with cherry grenadine, orange slice.
Preferred from Q39.
Preferred from Q39. And then New York style cheesecake or tiramisu cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
That's a good pick. That's a good
is a good
lineup.
Now, if we did it for
man.
like dates, it would have been a totally different menu.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I mean, this is too much food. I mean, this is a lot going
Well,
on.
speak for yourself.
Okay,
This is half a meal.
too much for me, bro.
Yeah.
I got the smoked barbecue, loaded barbecue fries. You know what I'm saying? That was my appetizer. Man, I'm drawing a blank. What did I even do for my main
Your
meal?
side, you had a nacho.
Side.
You had pulled pork mac
Yeah,
and cheese.
yeah, pulled pork
from
mac and cheese from
Jack
Jack Stack, and then I had the Z-Man,
Mm-hmm.
Loaded
and then I had
fries.
water gang, let's go, and then
Moolah?
Mooyah.
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 Mooyah. So
Mooyah.
comment down below if you agree that it was best, second, third. Like, it feels like
Nah.
it's the consensus.
If they know what Mooyah is, I'm winning. If they don't, I'm coming in third.
So
Sounds
he's
like
coming
a
in
third place because he named a restaurant that is probably out of business,
Yeah.
according
Yeah.
to himself.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I've known one Mooyah location, and it was Northwest.
And it's shut down.
Yeah.
I drove. I don't remember where it was, but I was driving and I saw like a Mooyah building. So they're out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I was.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
we take your
believe
word
you.
for it.
Anyways,
believe
bro.
you.
Yeah.
And
Anyways.
then last thing before we get into the meat, we're gonna do comment of the week.
Okay.
We had this is the longest comment of the week so far.
Oh goodness.
This was from Wesley Horner.
Oh no.
We were talking
I
about Foster had never tried anything mint flavored, and was hating on mint as a flavor,
Okay.
which feels hypocritical.
Okay.
Wesley said, if I do not see a reel of Foster and his severe lack of variety in his diet since birth, which felt on brand, trying mint chocolate ice cream or Andy's Mints or something like that, I will come to KC and force feed him myself. So
Wesley
okay.
Horner's a big man. We used to call him Lumberjack. Like,
Yeah.
You're-
that sounds
if
like
he
it.
shows up-
if he's feeding you mint, you're gonna be eating mint.
Yeah.
I could
Okay.
also outrun him.
I don't know. He's still pretty.
He
he's in his
probably is going to
prime.
watch and hear that, and now he's going to come force feed me and then beat me in a foot race.
I'm playing in a volleyball tournament with him in a couple weeks. I'll have
Oh,
you come
man.
meet us there and race him.
All right. I'm up for that. But anyways,
I want to start with, we already teased it.
Yeah.
Talked about downtown days.
Yeah.
Foster had spoke his mind a little bit. I know you probably have spoke your mind in many places, but I want to give just kind of a platform to talk about where your head's at currently with that.
by the way, we did not prepare this man for this.
At all. This is
No.
a curveball
This is-
question.
Just
So I'm-
kind of
I'm
let
going-
us know what you think, man.
So, in my opinion, I think in Greater Kansas City as a whole, we're missing an opportunity to really invest in our teams. And so, one, let's put this in perspective. Nationwide, they were doing TikTok challenges. Like that was the whole deal. Like any city that has not had a proactive, relevant plan for what happens with teens after 3 p.m. in their city, that's where they targeted the TikTok days.
Yeah.
TikTok challenges. And unfortunately, downtown days is open space. As great as the police officers did, even with the heads up that they got, it was just so many things that's happening.
Absolutely.
As people saw from the report, LSPD found out that not one student that was caught with risky behaviors was attached to LSR 7 school district. They were neighboring schools, so people who are my friends in the family court, youth court, they're dealing with that situation. But the biggest picture is that from the teens I've talked to in my very short time being here, but in teens I've talked to in my 20 plus years of being in education, it always happens when you don't have a program and you don't have a plan for teens. There are people who have seen it, and unfortunately, they don't want to have a plan for teens. And that's unfortunate. Maybe because it's like they're disconnected from that. Maybe it's an age gap. Maybe they feel that sometimes there's certain type of teens they don't want in that environment because they are in a place where they're reconciling that their time is dwindling down, and so they can't really connect with what's happening next, and that creates anxiety. But the biggest picture is if we don't listen to teens, it's almost like putting a substitute teacher in a classroom with no subplan. Something's bound to happen.
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of like what happened, unfortunately, in my opinion. Downtown days, there was not an actual plan of what happens with teens during the summertime. I mean, huge shout out to Prodeo. Prodeo's doing everything they can. They're doing a capital campaign. They're going to have this great, huge building, but that's at most 200 teens. This city now is almost 200,000 people, and it's growing. A lot of systems that's been put in place in Lee Summit is still based upon, unfortunately, when Lee Summit only had 33,000 people in the city. So there's not a lot of things put in place to say, okay, now that we're growing, now that we have Costco's, now that we have all these things happening, the schools can't even hold all the students. So with Tiger High, Lee Summit North, Lee Summit West, St. Michael's, and Summit Christian Academy, you still don't have enough students. So the long story short is, I hope that we can convince people that an investment, a forward-thinking investment in teens is worth the community. But we're going to see. I think I have an opportunity to prove know, like, and trust with community leaders about what's best for our teens so that everyone can feel safe.
Absolutely. I think we can swap out the camera. I feel like that's a good stopping point, and
Cool.
then I want to keep going into that. We put the mirror up so we can tell if it shuts off.
Oh,
in case
that's a
you're
good
wondering.
trick.
Yeah.
That's a good trick.
Had to. We last week it cut out at the very perfect time.
Yeah.
The second we stopped recording, it cut out.
Oh, wow.
It was like Great hosting there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, I think that is a very, not just the correct stance that I agree with, but I think it's very valuable coming from someone in a position and in an opportunity that you have, because my senior year of high school, I led the team committee that did the first RAPEC You Matter night.
Okay.
And I was a part of that, and I was enabled by the adults from the You Matter organization to have my voice heard. They did such a fantastic job of saying, this is by teens, for teens. They did the stuff that adults had to do. They, like you said, got the money. We couldn't do it fully on our own, but they allowed us to do as much as we could. And I think that it had such a positive impact because no one came there expecting, oh, these adults are no, it was by peers scheduling that thing. And downtown days obviously can't do that, but it is people like you in the position and the understanding that teens aren't inherently bad or scandalous, but there is a runway there when there's too much freedom and there's not enough input from the teens. It can't be this adult saying, hey, go do this thing. They're going to go, no, what are you saying?
Right.
They want people who clearly understand you going out there and saying, hey, I get that you want to have fun, but we need to have a little bit of control. But I want this to be something that you would enjoy.
Yeah.
And finding that middle ground is what will allow downtown days and events similar to run, and still for a brand like Foster to be able to go out there and build a community while also not being unsafe, because you can't not change it. You can't have unsafe conditions where people don't want to send their or go there with their kids or be there. You want to be able to cultivate that community, and you can't do that in an unsafe environment.
Right.
But you also can't do that if the environment doesn't exist at all.
Right, and I agree with that because on a business aspect, talking to chamber members, talking to Rotary members, the number one indicator of businesses coming to a community is when they look at the police report. They want to see pound for pound how many incidents are happening, because I don't want to bring my business in this community and it's not going to be safe. So when they see something like this happen, then someone has to make a decision. And unfortunately, it's not the mayor. It's not the city council, because, I'm going to go fourth wall. I'm going to break the fourth wall. Lee Summit, the mayor, the city council people, and the judges are part-time. They're part-time.
Yeah.
So let's think about this. With all the negative press that Mayor Lopez got, he has to deal with that for a part-time job and then go to his full-time job that's not even in the city. So that's like me getting death threats for being a manager at Quick Trip and then go to my full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want him to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The judges, part-time. So they have to work another full-time job, come back there. And so the people who make those decisions are making what's best for businesses. And I think there's opportunities to have the right people in the place to say, give us the opportunity to do something different. And I think that's where we are right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm loving that we are having this conversation, and I kind of brought it up and threw it in here. I don't know if I even told you about it or not, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I've seen it said, you're the voice of the youth in this area in a lot of ways. I've seen people say it on your Facebook. I read the comments.
As old as I am. That's crazy.
But you see like the way you can relate with the kids. He basically runs the TAG program, Team Advocacy Group. I get to speak there August 17th.
They asked me today. They was like, please, before you leave this podcast, make sure Foster is coming.
I'm locked in, baby. I want to miss it.
Or we're not coming.
It's on the calendar. It's on the calendar.
Man, I'm excited. It is on the calendar.
I think that's one of the days that I'm going to record a pod without Foster.
Yeah.
They
normally
made it
because
very,
of that.
They made it very clear, Chris, we like you as a person, but if Foster does not show up, we're not coming.
Well, hey, we need to really
He's
showing up.
I'm
we
showing
go.
up,
All
man.
there
I'm
we
showing
go.
up. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that you run that program. I mean, teens. You work with teens. You are around teens, and I know that you know as well as I do is teens don't want to go out and cause chaos.
No.
But when there's no structure, teens are gonna be teens. You know what I'm saying? But if we had some
Absolutely.
structure, if we had an opportunity where, hey, y'all want to come have fun? Here's what the fun looks like. Okay, they're gonna go out and have a great time. If you say, here's a wide open, carnival, do what you want, type of thing. Like, yes, there's some cops, but there's 1,000 of you. So, I'm just saying, I feel like when there's structure, that gives kids the opportunity to thrive. And what I've noticed, at least in my time teaching, I taught for 1 year. Some of y'all know that. If you didn't know that, I taught elementary PE for a year.
Yeah.
And what I noticed during that year of teaching is if you give a kid an opportunity to succeed, they're going to pull it off.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy. We did this thing at the end of class called the impossible shot. So the reason I came up with this is because the kids were out of control, and I was a first-year teacher, and I looked like their older brother, so I had to develop some sort of something. So the impossible shot, I'd pick one kid, the best acting kid, the best behavior kid of the day, to roll a bowling ball to one pin across the whole gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hardly impossible. I never did it myself, but there was one kid, and he had like a mental disability, but I chose him, and he was the first one. Rolled it down the thing, nailed the pin.
Wow.
And people went crazy, and I just thought, you know what? No one would have thought from the outside looking in that would have happened, but if you just put a kid in the position to succeed, they'll surprise you 9 times out of 10. So that's what I think we can really benefit from. That's why I wanted you to speak on that, because I think, we can sit here and talk about it all day, but you have the track record and the position where you can make the action, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd love to be supporting that in any way as well.
You're already in the plan. So
I'm trying to be, man. You know what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm dating myself now because I've been in the game for education now 20 plus years, and I've had the opportunity to be connected to youth from every county in greater Kansas City. And no matter where you go, kids are kids, teens are teens. If you're honest with them, you're true to them, you do what you say you're going to do, you say what you're going to say, and you don't cheat them, they will roll with you. Like, it's like common sense. So, like, there's 2 major events that I can use this as an example. I used to run a youth conference called Hype Fest. Shout out to those who watch this stream. They remember Hype Fest. We would do an overnight basketball tournament. The overnight basketball tournament wouldn't start till 10 p.m. and wouldn't end to 10 a.m. And the teens call. I was like, hey, I don't know what to, that's my superpower. When I don't know something, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
What are we going to name it? So the teens called it Ball Till You Fall.
I like that. I like that a lot.
If I was there, I'd be falling around 4 a.m.
And so I was like, we can't do that now because of social media and everything like that. But back in the day, this lets me know how long ago it was. They was like, hey, if someone falls asleep, we're taking a picture of them because you fail. And so we would do it like a concert, whatever. We would charge a certain amount of fee because we got to make money to do that. We were averaging 600, 700 teens.
That's so cool.
And so the parents loved it because they knew it was a safer environment. We had a partnership with the police department. By the time we got to the second year, we had people doing sponsorships. We would give out tablets for the dunk contest, 3-point shootout. We have local hip hop artists sing or rap or whatever. And it was a safe environment. Not one fight.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the proof. If you add structure, great things happen,
Absolutely.
But and that's all teens need is structure. Because and they want the structure. We always think, I had a school tell me the other day, we were setting up one of our You Matter nights. We do like elementary PE games at these things for high schoolers. And I had a school tell me, are you sure the kids are going to like that? Are you sure? It sounds kind of elementary for them. I told her, I said, you'd be surprised. You'd be real surprised. Kids want that. Kids miss their younger selves a lot of the time. So sometimes we can overthink it. But a lot of the times, as long as you just provide that structure, oh my goodness, it's incredible, man.
Yeah, especially in my short time in Lee Summit, what I found is that what we do really well in Lee Summit is what happens with teens from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Experts. We have our own airport. Teens can be a part of that. We have smart clubs. We have events. We have internships. We have all these things, and the teens are exhausted. So all the times when I talk to the teens in my tag meetings, I was like, so what do y'all do for fun? What do you mean what's fun? It's like, wait a minute. Okay, so what do y'all do for fun? Like to enjoy yourselves that's not attached to an MVA or requirement. Not one teen could answer. Out of 35 teens, not one teen from any area could tell me what they do for fun. And every time they say, well, Chris, I couldn't make it to a session, it's not because they was having fun. They went to a party. They went to a prom. They don't even like going to prom. These teens don't like to go to prom because they're like, there's nothing to do. I was like, y'all don't have a pre-prom event? You don't have a kickback? Nope. because we are not creating environments for them to have fun and be kids.
Yeah.
With social media that's happening, they're already exposed to stuff too young. With the dopamine and then all these different requirements, sometimes they just want to relax and enjoy themselves. And unless we actually hear them, we're going to run into the same problems.
For sure. One thing that when you were talking that I remember back in high school on graduation night, they did this thing called Project Grad after
Love that.
graduation.
Lisa McCare's created that back in the day.
For real?
Yes.
Oh man, shout out Lisa McCares for that.
Lisa
That- I mean,
McCare's is old. Lisa McCare started in 1985. So like Project Grad and Parent University, all that kind of stuff started with us back in the 80s and 90s.
you know what? Now that you say that, I think you told me that before.
Yeah.
It just clicked. I do remember that now. You did tell me that. But so Project Grad, when I was a senior, the year before, the class above us, they all were calling it corny. No one's going to that. Our class embraced it. I mean, not everybody. You had the people that didn't go, but we had a lot of people go. And oh my goodness, it was like the best night. We had a great time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We were there, got home, got back to the high school when the sun was rising. I mean, it was incredible, man. And I don't know if they do that anymore.
I think my class was the one that stopped that.
Because
I
of-
graduated in 2020.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So
that's
we
not-
couldn't do it, and I just don't think it ever. I feel like I haven't heard about it.
Gosh,
I know they.
that needs to
I
come
mean,
back.
like they have the parade that
Yeah.
the senior parade that we also didn't get to do, but like
That
Project Grad was, I thought, one of the coolest things because it provided the structure. It was even as a kid, like as a 13-year-old when my sister graduated, maybe 14. I now understand why you're going to provide that structure. But even in a naive sense, I'm like, oh, they're just letting me go to main event and have fun until 6 a.m. And
Hey, it was
and,
power play, to be fair. Shout out
Okay.
power play.
Yeah.
same
and so
thing.
and so without even understanding the psychology of, because without that, they're gonna go do stuff that are gonna get them in trouble, gonna cause problems.
Exactly.
Even without understanding that, I just thought it was a cool opportunity. And so, yeah, if they don't, I don't think they do that anymore. And I think that is such a lost opportunity.
Not to that level. I think some of the smart clubs still do Project Grad, but it's not to that level. We're, inside baseball, we're trying to negotiate this year to bring some of those traditional things. But again, every program is going to have some issues where there's going to be one or two teams that's going to try it. Our job as adults is to create what we call the exemplar plan, to plan for those people that make decisions that are not going to help the program. Like, prime example, this is another way of me dating myself. I used to run a college and career program for the YMCA for 6 counties. And so during spring break, we would do a college and career tour that started on Sunday, ended on Saturday. And we went to a different state each day.
That's
and-
pretty incredible right there.
Yeah.
And so I put the parameters. So the girls sat in the front on the bus, the guys sat in the back on the bus. I'm in the middle. We had the girls on one floor, the guys on the other floor. We had adults in the area. You set the parameters. We made it that every minute was accounted for, that we wore them out. By the time you got through your event, we had just enough time to drive to the next city, get to the hotel, do some games, wear them out. They fall asleep on the bus. No, you can't fall asleep on the bus. Now you got to do your pre and post tests. So we time stamped everything,
Yeah.
but you've got to plan for that. And I think there's a missed opportunity because a lot of people who are in my crew that were youth professionals, now they're executive directors, and they're like, they don't make them like us no more. We used to be aggressive. We used to compete with each other. Like, your program is not going to outdo mine. And it wasn't even about the money. I wanted to make sure that if my friend Wesley Triplett, who's now executive director in Alabama, if he was running his program, I'm going to make sure that he's not going to outdo me. And that's the competitiveness that you got to have with youth professionals. You got to want to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
That's
do
so
you
true.
how do you balance? So when you start that and you do that once and it goes well, there's obviously going to be momentum to do it again, and it's going to be easy because you have the footprint. How do you balance now just improving on the things you're already doing versus putting in effort to start something new? Because it's always going to be more effort to start something. You have to convince people. You have to creatively. There's no framework. It's not improving something. It's creating something entirely new. So it's going to take so much more effort, but you can explore something new because that helps and provides a structure for this thing. But then there's these things that it misses and
Yeah.
it can't ever approach. So do you put more effort into improving what you have, creating new things, or is it just kind of day to day? You're always going to see what's worth it that day, that week, that whatever.
I think it's both and, but the number one thing I do is I listen to the teams. I let them drive the decision. Like, my job is to be the prevention expert coalition to prevent teens from going to risky behaviors. So if I don't invite teens to make the decisions, I'm not serving my customers. It's like common sense. Like, right now I have paid interns. My paid interns are the tag students. You know why? Because they were already doing the prevention.
Yeah.
They show that they're passionate about it. My job is to find the money. So my tag president, Isabel's like, hey, you're my boss. What do you mean I'm your boss? You're the tag president. Yeah. What do you want to do? Well, I don't know if your job is to come up with the idea. My job is to find the money.
Yeah.
And if we start by that process, then they will be the creative person. Because I tell them all the time, I'm old. I am almost 50 years old. I've got former students who I taught in elementary who are now married. I'm old. So I need you all, and that's what you do. Other parts of it, to answer your question, as far as like, you do both and. Anything that you've done well, you take the surveys, find out what went well, capitalize on that, build, because that's your credentials. Then that gives you the ability to now try something new, but knowing your environment, you got to do baby steps. Like the Mayor's Character Breakfast, there's some parts that we've done that's really well, and we add a little bit step by step. But I had to build that equity. And so that's how you do. But number one, listen to your teams or your customers. Number two, is once you have something good, establish it. Find out why it went well. Was it the environment? Was it the location? What was it? And then three, baby step or chunk what you want to do new.
I like that you talk about find the surveys and figure out what went well.
Yes.
Because I think that that's a problem, not even just with teens, but just in general. A lot of things will go poorly when you either assume what went right or just go, it was good and move on. When really that doesn't matter. It's the consumer, it's the people showing up, it's the people buying whatever. Foster today on his story was like, hey, I make these flyers look like this for all the events. I've never really thought about it. What do you guys think? And that continuing to ask, I feel like Foster all the time is taking kind of polls of the audience, figure out what works well, because it doesn't matter what shirt is Foster's favorite. It matters because other people are buying it. It doesn't matter what you thought went well about an event. It's not an event for you. And so taking kind of the temperature of the group, keeping cognizant of that, even when it wouldn't be wrong for you to go, I've done this so long. I've got an idea of what people like, but continuing to always be aware of that. I like that that's such on the forefront.
Yeah, it's the cheeseburger method. Are you familiar with that?
I am not.
So the founder of Motown, he would do what we call quality control with the music. So before you had the Jackson 5 and you had Diana Ross and all that kind of stuff, every song went through the cheeseburger method. He would play the music and say, how many people like the music? And they would raise their hand. Okay, if you're hungry and you're starving, are you going to buy this album or buy the cheeseburger? If it did not pass the cheeseburger test, they never put the music out.
Huh.
That is
I like that.
That is an
Yeah, I like
amazing,
that.
dude,
The
I'm gonna
music's
start
got to
using
be
that.
so infectious that, you know what, I'll eat tomorrow. I got to get this album. And that was the test.
Yeah.
And so that's the type of method that I use, that when it comes to quality control, if people are feeling that the event is a can't miss event, then I've done my job. Until that happens, I still got work to do.
Yeah.
My cheeseburger method was something completely different, but I had my own cheeseburger method. My method was like McDonald's. And this might not even be true because I don't know McDonald's super high up
I'll
person.
fact check you.
Yeah,
we'll check.
But I've heard that McDonald's doesn't make much off the Big Mac.
No.
But they profit a lot off everything else.
Yes.
But they sell the most Big Macs, and that's kind of how I felt with this business. I'm like, okay, our shirts are popular. We might make more off a hoodie or off these mock necks we're about to do. But like I told somebody this the other day, I'm like, the shirt's my Big Mac. And they're like, are you comparing your clothing brand to McDonald's right now? But,
Yes.
But anyways, so your cheeseburger method is equally as amazing. But that was so funny in my head. I was like, oh, that was a new method.
You're like, does he know about the Big Mac method?
Yeah, the Big Mac.
But that works because, remember, McDonald's is not a food company.
Yeah.
It's a real estate company.
Hold up. Keep
I think
diving into
that
this.
I don't remember what it's called, but there's a movie that came out.
Yes.
And that made so many more people aware of that.
All
It's
right,
a real estate company. So the
let's hear
guy that took over the McDowell, the originators, when he took over the company, he started investing in the real estate. So that's the reason why every McDonald's looks the same. That's the reason why the number one quality control to think about is the restrooms. The product is the product, but what they're selling is the brand. And when I go to a McDonald's, I know it's McDonald's because I'm going to get the same meal. It's going to taste the same, all the way down to the chemicals that they use for the French fries. They have it down to the minute of what they're selling the product, but they're making the money off the real estate. They're making the money off the people that buy the franchise. So the McDonald's is what they do, but their business is real estate because they buy the land and then sell the facility to the people, but they own the land, they own the contractors, they own the materials, they own the farms in which the cows are being taken from. They own it's a real estate company.
There was a
That's
movie
incredible.
with Michael Keaton,
Yes.
the guy who played Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec, that really went into detail about this, that I think opened that, like, I didn't know about it till that was the exposure to that is where I kind of learned about that side of things as well.
Yeah.
And it's just such a big picture because you're like, oh, it's a restaurant. They make money off the burgers, but they don't. And like, it is an interesting, that was a really cool movie.
Yeah, because you're not in a T-shirt business. You're in a mental health business.
Yeah.
The T-shirts is your Big Mac. What you're selling is mental health.
Yeah. Man, this is too good. That's a crazy left turn we just took, but it was
I
fire.
like it.
That was fire. My question I was going to ask you was, did you see my Downtown Days interview with Fox 4?
I did. It was.
Do you think I did good?
You did good.
Okay. Did you see the whole thing, or did you see what?
They
'cause
cut
I
it down to like
posted-
4 seconds.
Yeah, they cut it way down. They interviewed me for like 20 minutes, and they were throwing me some.
Oh yeah, they were
some
trying to
bait.
get you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to
How
get
do
you.
you think I handled that as a
That's very well.
26-year-old?
No, that's very well. I mean, because the job of the news anchors is try to get sound bites. So they're trying to get clicks.
Yeah.
So your ability to navigate that and be aware that your voice is so impactful that what you say doesn't just impact you, it impacts every small business,
Yeah.
any person that's connected to you. So being wise to navigate those answers is brilliant, which is why they're probably going to call you back because they found out they couldn't get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Foster, he posted a clip and they asked I don't remember what it was, but a very like clickbaity,
Absolutely.
unrelated to his expertise. And Foster posted it and jokingly was like, it's always back to the message, because he immediately, like within 4 words, tied it back to like just trying to spread the message. But I think it's genuine that's what Foster cares about with Downtown Days.
Absolutely.
He's like, oh, I don't want it because I make money. No, I build a community. And I think you can see it in the way that you have spoken a lot through this podcast is you naturally care about getting it back to what the teens care about.
Absolutely.
I asked, I was like, oh, what do you do about keeping up what you do or start a new one? You said, I don't care. What do the teens want? And that was natural to you. You did not, that was not a rehearsed, it wasn't a talking point. That's how you think. And I think that's what makes people relate to people like you and people like Foster, where it is clearly, genuinely your motivation. There is no ulterior motives. Foster cares about building a community and spreading his message. You care about preventing violence and allowing teens to be teens in a fun, safe way. And that is going to make people care about your message so much more.
That's why we've collabed
That's
so
what-
well
yeah.
together. Like, we don't know each other outside of events and
Yeah, because I've only
Stuff
been in
like
this
that.
city for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
wow. So I met you right when you got here.
You met me exactly when I first got here.
yeah.
So
yeah.
like it was like, so was it? It wasn't this past January, the following January. So that was my first one, and in my opinion, that was my worst breakfast.
I thought it was amazing though. So
So logistically, so this is where we goes back to quality control. So breaking the fourth wall. So I had a structure, I had a plan. The person who we wanted to speak didn't really show up, so we pivoted, got our person. We asked information was misunderstood, and then the biggest hit was, one, I didn't listen to my community. I tried to have us doors open start at 7 and have us, and thinking that we're gonna leave. No, I gave quality control. Hey choir, I want you to sing. You get to sing for 5 to 10 minutes. They took it as you get to sing for 5 to 10 songs.
Very different things.
So by the time we got to the 8th song, and it's January, they're singing Jingle Bells.
And you're 25 minutes into a
I'm
5 to 10
he
minute
said
set.
it's January. They're singing Jingle Bells.
I'm having a mind moment because I'm trying not to let these people who just met me to not see the 31st in Linwood and Prospect me. And so therefore, I had to like bite my lip, but then quality control afterwards, being wise of the community, I was more aggressive with my disappointment and verbalizing my disappointment, not throwing the school under the bus, not throwing the speaker under the bus or anybody else. I said, I messed up. We should have did this better. Boom, boom, boom. So then when we got this past January, everything was better, and we had so much reviews because I listened to the community.
It's funny because you were sending like kind of that message, oh, I'm sorry how it went, whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, thank you so much for having that go so much longer because I got to stay out of work. I was like, can this go all day, please?
I got a lot of courageous conversations afterwards.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say, and what I've learned in this community is that if they tell you how they feel, whether good, bad, or indifference, that means they care.
That's
what you have
true.
to watch out for is the people who are going to verbalize how they think about you and they don't tell you. That's what you have to navigate. And so
That is so true.
That is really good.
That is so true.
that's because the people who love you are going to tell you or have some investment in you, going to say, hey, this is where you messed up. That's them being nice, which means they're getting the feedback from people who don't like you and tell you how they really feel. So now you have to take that feedback and multiply it by 10, and that's how the community really feels. So we spent that whole year fixing everything. I mean, I think I met the choir 4 or 5 times. I think I rolled up on the choir one time, like in their practice. Didn't ask for a scheduled meeting. I just showed up. I was like,
5-10 minutes, not 5-10 songs.
you get one song. I'm telling you right now, in the contract I put, if you sing past that one song, I'm going to give you one chance. I'm going to flash the light on the stage. By the third flash, I'm cutting your microphones off. One song. That's it. But but then I over communicated that to the community. So even with the people who are in our meetings, it's like, Chris, we forgave you. It's not that bad. I overemphasized that it was my fault.
Yeah.
Then I got more buy-in because they knew I meant that I listened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Hey, switch the camera one more time.
Okay.
Yeah. Kick them off. It was bad. It was bad. So bad.
And I'm sitting over there just loving it.
Yeah.
I'm like, can they sing like 5-10 more songs?
You could have.
I love Jingle Bells.
They sang 3 Christmas songs after the 8th song. We got
It
out.
was January.
So the feedback they got was like, "How's the breakfast?" Well, we got out just enough time for lunch. Yeah, that's not a good. That's not a good feedback. No.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear.
No.
Depends on who you ask.
So one thing that I like going into this before I even knew like too much about you is I feel like a lot of the people who make an impact on the community start from positive or negative, but there is an experience or a person that I feel like spurred that moment.
Yeah.
Foster, I think a lot of this can be tied back to Kyle. And that is a negative experience that gets turned into a positive one. And that is a lot of people's, or it is a person that made a positive or negative. This person did this teacher did this poorly, or this person inspired me to do this. Yeah. Do you have a person and or an experience that you can say everything ties back to this?
Absolutely. So that's very easy. The gentleman's name is James Eatman. He's passed away, unfortunately, due to a car accident. But I'll tie that in a bow by the end of it. So I'm fresh out of high school. I was supposed to go to New York Pratt Art Institute with a scholarship. My mother was a helicopter parent, didn't want me to go to New York. I was wearing, because at that time I had a beard and I was braiding it. I was wearing a kilt, moon boots, the whole deal. Like my mother was so concerned, really concerned. I was listening to Green Day, Megadeth, like it was bad. So my mentor, one of my art teachers told me to go to Lincoln University. Get there, and James Eatman was a hotel manager at Capitol Plaza Hotel, and then just took a liking to me. So we started talking. Next thing I know, he took me under his wing as his little brother. So anytime that I needed to do anything, my mother would find out. She would call him first. James, where's my son? I can't find him. James, Mom, I got him. I hired him. I would call in sick. Hey, I can't come to sick. I'm sick. No, you're not. He would pull up and go to the dorm room, bang on the door, throw me over his shoulder, and make me go to work. And he would say, you made a commitment. You're going to honor that commitment. So that guy for many things was like my mentor, taught me how to drive, taught me how to fix cars. When I wanted to join my fraternity, nobody wanted to talk to me at all. He literally put his name on the line to get me in the organization. And they was like, if this doesn't work out, we're taking your membership from the organization. like from that.
Yeah.
And so through the years, he was the guy that mentored me. And he was the person that was the big brother for everyone. And I'm tying this back to why he passed away was he was working a second job, trying to take care of things, was driving down, unfortunately, some teens, Kia boys, stole a car, was going 110 down the wrong way down on a regular street, hit him directly, killed him through an accident. And the police officers asked his family, can we press charges for those teens to go for murder? And the aunts and everybody agreed, like, James wouldn't want that. These were teens who did not plan on murdering him. They made a poor choice. They made a stupid decision. And unfortunately, James passed away, but he would not want some teenagers' lives to be ruined and their family members to be ruined because they made a mistake. And so that's a testament to just something about him. Everything as far as like investing in people, not giving up on them. I wrecked his car one time and he didn't kill me. Like I remember I was driving. He let me borrow his car. He was out of town. I fell asleep at the wheel and I totaled his car. He never even asked me for a penny. He was hot. Oh, he was very hot. That was his baby.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many times where I can see that where I was lost or I was neglected or there were people who didn't see me in the right light. He was the number one champion for me from 17 till 3 years ago where he was tragically killed through a car accident. And so that's why I do what I do. I personally go for the teens that are neglected because of him. Like anytime you've seen me at a school or in a nonprofit or organization, you will see the students that everyone gave up on. I want them. Like I started a marching band program, HBCU style marching band program at a school. And I said, give me every student that's on the cusp of being expelled, put them in my marching band program. Mm-hmm. Every
That's
student.
awesome.
I want every student. I want the students that's gotten expelled with the principal and the superintendent. There was a student, I'm going to leave his name because he's probably going to watch this. He like terrorized the principal and the superintendent to the point where the superintendent was like, Chris, if this doesn't work out, I'm taking your job. And I put my job on the line for him.
Yeah.
And like invested, but like we were the rascals, these teens, and now they're executives, they're principals, they're teachers, and I can honestly say I had some part of it, but it was mainly I just listened to them. These are kids who had great potential, but made poor choices, and they had a beeper on their ankle. But guess what? Give them to me. Like I want them, and if there's anything going to be my legacy, I hope that's it. That any teen, no matter where you come from, whether you make a 4.0 or you've got a negative 4.0 GPA, I want you, and you're always going to have a home here at least. Something carries it in with me.
Man,
That's
we're making a
perfect.
clip out of that right now.
I was just thinking. I know what clip I'm making. That's
because everybody needs
awesome.
to hear what you just said because that is so true. Everything you just said, he's speaking words y'all don't know him, maybe, or maybe you do. I know him though, and every word he just said is so true. Yeah. Like you see it with his words, but I see it through his actions. So thank you, bro. Like on part of the Holy Summit community, we appreciate you. We love you, and man, I'm excited. Man. I wanted to ask you myself. What are we looking forward to this next school year? You know, it's coming up in like a couple of weeks. We're kicking off tag program August 17th.
So we've been very intentional with listening to my teens. Huge shout out to my teens. We were able to get 708 banned in Lee Summit. So our teens did the research. They went to the dispensaries, did the research, met with the city council, met with the police officers, did the research, and did a presentation and got through the police department and city council to get 708 banned in Lee Summit. Jackson County found out what we did, took that same play and got 708 banned in Jackson County. And so now we have the credibility to say, hey, we know our lane. Prodeo is the place where teens go after school. Tag and Lee Summit Cares is where teens make a difference. Flat out. So what's on our agenda is bringing back downtown days. That's number one on our agenda. That's our big term goal. By 2028, 2029, we see that there are students who want to go to college career tours, but they can't. My fraternity does it during spring break, but their spring break is through KCPS. So you got all these teens who want to have exposure to college, careers, internships, trade skills. They don't have it. We're going to do that by 2028, 2029. But for this year, we're going to double, if not triple, our membership and make sure that every teenager that gets a part of our program has 2 or 3 things they can put on their resume, but also can have things they can say, I made a difference in the community, hard stop.
Mm-hmm. So you get the experience, you get the action of doing great things in the community. Mm-hmm. There's some scholarship with it, correct?
Yeah. So so right now we're like I said, we're naming the scholarship after Robbie Little, who is one of the founders of Lisa McCares. Tragically, she just passed away, but she was like the benchmark. She's actually received an award before she passed as a legend of Lee Summit. And so we thought it would not robbery to name the scholarships after Robbie Little. So all the fundraising that we're doing for the Mayor's Kitchen Breakfast moving forward, the money that we raise will cover program expense, but also it will cover scholarships. So we're going to make it very competitive. So like every teenager that's a senior that's part of TAG program is going to get something. But then competition. You can't just go to 1 or 2 meetings and then get a scholarship. No, we're going to make it competitive. Because if you get the Robbie Little scholarship, that means you did something significant in the community where the mayor knows your name. So like Isabel or Nikisa or something like, or Sierra, like those 3, those are my top 3. I got 3 that's monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters. I would put them against anyone in any team program. I got those 3 with me. I'm winning everything. And I'm very competitive. I'm arrogant like that. I promise you. I've got
They're award winning.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Put them in. So like those type of teams, that's the benchmark. Like we had a young lady by the name of Ellie. She was the one that drove it. So she's the one that got Narcan in the city. She's the one that helped get the blue vending machine downtown. She set the standard. So if you can't do that, you can't even apply to the scholarship. So like those are things that we're trying to do. And my goal is bare minimum, Robbie Little scholarship, those teams who get awarded, bare minimum's got to be $500. That's the floor. I can't go anything lower than that. My goal is to go double, if not triple of that for the Robbie Little scholarships. And that's what we're going to do today.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, brief pivot here. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you said Ellie set the standard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So the Royals, our Royals, Josh Vernier, the Royals radio guy, he said that this year, he titled it The Standard. This year is setting the standard for what we can expect for the rest of Bobby Jr.'s career.
Okay.
You know, all the young guys we got. And look how it's going, bro. Well, and
if you say it, you gotta put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, I know
so
it.
I tend to not say anything unless I know I can accomplish it. And if my back is against the wall, your word is all you have. So so it is the standard that non-negotiable. I'm gonna be very vulnerable. I am a super competitive. I hate losing.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. So I purposely, even when I hire my staff and I pick my interns, I'm not gonna pick somebody because they nice. I want people that even if you don't know how to play the game, you want the ball. Yeah. That's the people I want.
Yep, for sure.
I want the aggressive. I'm a Dennis Rodman guy for the Bulls. I'm not a Scottie Pippen guy. He was scary. Sometimes his foot hurt. Michael, I'm old enough to remember like where Scottie Pippen gave up because, his feelings were hurt. Rodman would go without sleep. He had his own things. Yeah. But you put him on that court, he's a savant. And that's the type of person I want.
I always said if I played in the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm a 6'1" that didn't play past 8th grade basketball. But I would have wanted to play like a Dennis Rodman because you can lose, you can not shoot as well this year. You can lose a little bit of touch around the rim. You can't lose hustle if you want to have it. Like it was all everything he had. He was not a skilled basketball player. The only thing he had was he studied the way the basketball spun off a rebound. But 95% of what he did was just because he wanted to do it.
Yes.
And I respected that so much. And it is a thing that I carry in everywhere else. Like you said, you can take away whatever. You can't take away determination. Like that's just innate. That is internal. That is all you.
And the Bulls version of Rodman, is not the scariest version of Rodman.
Nope.
The Pistons version,
Yeah.
the Bad Boys,
Defensive
he
Player
was
of the Year.
scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
before he even knew who he was.
Yeah.
They was like, I'm not playing against him. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the type of people I want where you see Tag coming like, man, just give them the award. We don't even want to compete.
Yeah.
That's the type of teams I want in
Yeah.
my program.
Yeah.
So Ellie set high standard for Tag. The Royals, Josh Vernier said this year was the standard. It's not looking too good. My question for you was going to be this. You're more tapped in with the city and whatnot than I am. You know a little bit more than I do. Was there a protest that stopped a Royals meeting yesterday about the new
Yeah.
stadium? And what do you think about the new stadium?
So at the end of the day, everything's about money. You got to follow the money. And so protesting is good for what it is, but unless you have the follow-up, you're just making noise. And with social media, there's so many things that's happening that everyone's protesting. So there is protesting, whether you're marching, whether you're doing social media, is literally the pawn on the chessboard. You've got to have other strategies that you've got to hurt their pockets or put them in a place where they have to make the decision. So when it comes to the Royal Stadium, I've heard different type of plans, but at the end of the day, that family is going to do what's best for their generational wealth.
Yeah.
Hard stop.
Yeah, for sure.
The Chiefs owners, they're going to do what's best for their generational wealth. Hard stop. And because Kansas City breaking the fourth wall, Kansas City culture is mob. Historically.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why the Kansas City mayor, Mayor Lucas, is literally still the only mayor in the United States of America that has zero control over the police department, because the mob controlled the police department from the 40s, the 50s, all that kind of stuff. So like it's by design. That's the reason why we have so many different school districts in the greater Kansas City area, to the point where people in Oakland study us as a case study of how to protest, because it's broken up into like mob families. So once you understand that, you've got to follow the money. Human trafficking, Kansas City is number 4 for human trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Because they use the same route for prohibition. Follow the money. So when I see deals like this, unfortunately, by the time we see it on the news, the deal was already done 3 years ago.
That's what you said about our first podcast was the day the Chiefs got.
I was about to say, if you asked if you did this on purpose, I rewatched
That's why
the
I said
beginning.
it. Yeah.
And you started with, I got bad news. It's a big day in Kansas City, and that was the first thing that was said on that.
But he
that
told me, he
episode.
said, this has been done for years.
Yeah.
But so like the whole plan of the rail cars and like everything that happened in downtown, those deals was talked about way back in 2004. Like by the time the public sees this, for good, bad, or indifferent, the deals were already done, because you have to have TIF grants. You have to have infrastructure. You've got to check the plumbing. You got to check all those different things, because in certain areas in Kansas City, especially by Penn Valley, the plumbing is still porcelain. So you've got to, by the time you get to the point where we're going to do the deal and make the announcement that it's going to happen, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the next plan is like moving the dividing line from Truce to Prospect. Yeah. The deal's already done. Brad Pitt has already bought houses up Linwood. So you've got to follow the money.
Dang. Dude, he know
Yeah.
ball. He
He's
knows
got
ball.
Broke the fourth wall like 4 times this episode. That was very fun.
Yeah.
Man, shoot, that's why I love going to lunch or dinner with them. Aside from just
Absolutely.
great conversation, I love when the fourth wall gets broke. You learn so much, man.
Absolutely.
I just learned so much. Just sitting right here.
I think that's a fun place to end it. It was really nice. Technically, we've met before, but this was essentially our first meeting.
I appreciate it.
As he walked in, I heard Foster go, "Oh, by the way, there's another host of the podcast." Like
okay.
he didn't know, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this out there on camera so it's other people hear it. Love to have you on again. I would love to do this again.
I'm going to make sure I buy a new shirt. That way, each time you see me, you're like, okay, this is the podcast where Chris wore the sweater.
I'm starting to run out of new shirts to wear for these.
Let's go,
so
man.
Yeah,
I appreciate having you on.
Appreciate you.
Always looking forward to it. Again, reminder, comment of the week. Comment your thoughts about this. Who won the draft? We know who won the draft. Comment who got second place in that
I took a
draft.
great W in the draft, guys.
let us know your
Filtered
thoughts.
water.
Hey, free shipping code YLIWL25 still this week. We'll keep it the
Yes.
same.
All right.
We'll switch
One
it.
more. So
Yep.
appreciate you all for listening. We'll see you all next week's episode
Love
of the
you
On the
guys.
Waterfly Zone podcast.
See ya.
Peace.